Greetings, friends. This is the fourth video in the first chapter. And in this video, what we're going to do is talk about some more of the necessary work that you will have needed to complete to take full advantage of this course. Now, in some instances, you may be working on some of these areas, and that's fine. We can work alongside of the other work that you're doing. But in order for you to be able to get started on actually doing your project, collecting data and analyzing it, these four things need to be accomplished. And that is basically the identification of a research topic, identification of a research problem, the question that comes out of that problem, and then statement of the purpose for the work that you're doing. Basically, this is all a part of research design. And you may have seen this chart before. It identifies the steps in the research process. And this enables you to see holistically exactly what a project or a thesis consists of. The identification of the problem, reviewing the literature, specifying a purpose. These things, like I said, should have been completed before you started this course. If not, we'll get to these in short order. What we're focusing in on this chapter is the developing of a methodology. That's where you are going to say, okay, given the question I'm trying to answer, how do I best go about collecting and interpreting the data that will help me answer that problem? After you develop the methodology, you go ahead and you collect the data, analyze, interpret it, and then you report your findings. And these steps are pretty standard in any research design, whether you're doing it for a course or whether you're doing it for a doctoral dissertation or a project that you're preparing for publication. So the first thing we want to do is identify each of these areas. And again, this all should be familiar to you, but in case it's not, we want to present it all in one place. Or if you're in the middle of the process, you'll see how all these pieces fit together. Basically, it's the identification of the topic, the problem, the question, and then the purpose, the statement of purpose, which is basically the summation of all that it is that you're doing. The first thing is the identification of the topic that you're going to be studying. And we're going to be technical with these terms, make sure that you have a good grasp of them. But basically, the topic is a way of stating the broad subject matter that you wish to address. And the statement of that problem then creates an interest on the part of the reader and provides you with the initial framework. So a topic might be achievement abilities of a certain kind of an ethnic group in a certain kind of a social setting, or it might be attitudes and dispositions towards a particular topic that teachers or students might have. Attitudes towards Common Core, towards inclusion, things like that. Might be the different kind of pedagogical methodologies for teaching certain subject matters or for teaching certain population groups. That becomes your topic, and as you get closer and closer to actually working on the topic, then you start more narrowly focusing what that topic is. Our particular area of interest is the problem that's associated with that topic. The topic in and of itself doesn't provide any necessary impetus to do any work on that project. It might be, or that topic might be interesting, you might be curious about it, but in order for it to be actualized or operationalized, you need to turn that into a problem, or you need to identify a problem that's associated with that particular topic area. They could be practical problems like you might encounter in everyday life, or there might be research problems. Problems that exist in the theoretical world of that particular topic. What we want to focus in on are the practical problems, because for us at this level, that's really the point of contact with that problem. So what you're going to do is identify some problem and state that problem, and then state why it is important. And usually they center on three different kinds of problems that present themselves. Some issue that a community might be facing, a particular kind of interest that a number of individuals in your school or your school district might be interested in pursuing. Might be something about how to best to implement the Common Core. The Common Core, we don't know how to implement it. So the problem is, issues related to the implementation of the Common Core. Or it might be controversies, things that people have different opinions about that might need to be studied further. So there might be controversies about inclusion. Is it best to include certain kind of students with certain kind of educational challenges in the classroom or not? You might have controversies about the way that teachers are compensated or evaluated for their work. Or it can just be a worry. You see something in your community that concerns you. Achievement gaps between various ethnic or gender groups might be a particular kind of concern. So those are identifying problems that will help you focus your work. One way to graphically look at that is the research topic that you are focused in on. There's a ton of problems associated with that topic. What you are going to focus in on is that one area where the research topic intersects all the problems that could be associated with that topic, and that will be the point of contact for the focus of your study. Then what you will do is you will take that research problem, and then you'll form a question. And basically the question is, how do you solve the problem? And the research question is that question, when answered, solves the problem. So you should have already have concluded all of that. And then you'd be able to state that into a purpose statement. And the purpose statement then basically saying, this is why I am doing it and what you want to accomplish by doing it. So all four of these, need to come into this fourth statement, the statement of purpose. So way graphically to do this is to state your topic, what the problem is that is associated with that topic, what question, when answered, solves the problem, and then make that into a purpose statement. We're going to ask you at the end of the first module is actually to take a little, it's like a quiz, but it's basically a statement of where you feel that you are in all of this. And then also you're going to be able to write what you have. So that's it for this this video. We're interested in the research topic, the purpose statements, the research question, and then the research topic, the problem, the question, and then the purpose statement.